Hey there, guys. OGM here. Welcome you to One-Offs, the series where when you were in the 90s, you had to pick one company, Coke or Pepsi. And I was the weird kid that chose Mountain Dew. Everyone, welcome to Pepsi Man. Yes, guys, Pepsi Man. This game, let's just be honest here. There's nothing to this game. This game is pure product placement. You are meant to go out and buy Pepsi. And if you guys couldn't tell, there's actual cutscenes with this game.
Let's start the game.
Yeah, let's start the game. And this game just, there are so many things I want to say, but oh boy. It's also worth noting too, this game I have actually never touched. This is the first time I'm going to play it.
Just at the perfect time. I got a call that a vending machine ahead ran out of Pepsi.
Okay.
Just on my way there, when I got a flat tire. There are a bunch of people gathered in front of the vending machine. They want Pepsi.
Does anyone else notice that this guy, he sounds like he's going through puberty? I understand he's out of breath. He's like, oh man, there's a lot to do. But man, he sounds like he's going through puberty. It's gonna take some time. You have to do something, Pepsi Man. I'm going through puberty. I'm actually like 20 years old, but you know, it's kind of hard to do this. Oh, jeez. But guys, yes, this is product placement. This game was only released in Japan, and here we are. This is one of those games that's like, you know, on the schoolyard back when you were doing like Pokemon Red and Blue. Oh, geez. Well, that was bad. That's a great way to start this. I killed a woman and hit a car. Great. You guys know on like the schoolyard, though? You're like, oh, hey. Like, I don't know if you guys ever did Pokemon Red and Blue like how I did back in the schoolyard, but when you were on the schoolyard, it's like, oh, yeah, if you move the truck, then yeah, you can go get Mew. Yeah, I've done it myself. My uncle told me because he works at Nintendo. Whoa, your uncle works at Nintendo? That's so cool. It was one of those things. Anyway, though, this is just one of those games. Like, there were rumors of it, and everyone knew of it, but no one knew of it because we were kids, and this game was Japan. Welcome to product placement. But yes, guys, either way, though, Pepsi Man. So, I want to talk about my middle school years. And my middle school years were, if you guys don't know some of my stories, they were something, because I was not a good kid in middle school. I was a very, very bad kid. I was very much a rebel. So let that sink in. But first off, I want to talk about middle school. So if you guys don't know where I grew up, because I know that some places in America are different as well, my middle school was not a K through 8. Mine was a simple, K through 5th or K through 5, and then 6, 7, 8, so 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And then finally high school was 9, 10, 11, which would be your freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, right? So with that being said, during middle school, we always had like special, the cool middle school stuff. So we would have like the middle school all-night parties, which again was a bunch of 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. So that would be, what is that? What's your ages then? Probably 12, 13, and 14-year-olds. So, you're very mature. Very, very, very mature. I'm sure you can just let that sink in. So you have like, 90s and early 2000s music blaring in the background. So we have a bunch of like punk pop music, and it's like, yeah, no one understands us, man. Grunge. Yeah, I could go on and on and on, but that's not the point. Either way, though, at these parties, and this is part of the reason why I wanted to play this game, because it just instantly made me think of them. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of, well, I actually can't say what the proper term that we would used to call it was, because YouTube would instantly flag this video and I'd have to take it down, or they would, shut down my channel. But with that being said, there is a mix of pops that you'd put together, right? And this mix of pop was called I almost said it and I had to stop myself there. It was called a unalive yourself for, the YouTube acceptable answer, because, YouTube is YouTube. But an unaliving yourself. It also was called, I think it was called like swamp water in some places. We actually had like a kid from the South. And he's like, oh yeah, swamp water. Huh. Yeah, Ronnie. I don't know if you guys know what swamp water is, so maybe not. I'd actually have to Google it and see how many things there are. You know what, actually? Here. Why this next cutscene is on, I will actually Google what the next thing is. That way I can actually give you guys several examples of names. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, we all can be on the same page together. Because again, my terminology, I'm not allowed to call it. I'd have to call it an unaliving yourself. All right, hold on a second. Let's see here. Google. All right, so it's called an unaliving yourself because, again, I'm not allowed to say the proper term. Sewage, pop bomb, swamp water. Okay, I've heard swamp water. I did say that one. A tornado, garbage soda, and a hurricane. Hurricane's an alcoholic drink. Why would you? Okay, whatever. Either way, though, it's basically like Gorilla Spit, if you guys want to talk about it in alcohol terms, too. Like, you take all the drippings from the night and you wring it out. Or like you do the King's Cup where you put all the alcohols together. Yeah. Basically, same concept. However, it's that. So, the unaliving yourself, because I'm not allowed to say the right thing, cannot stress that enough. I remember when I was at the middle school all-night party, we had every single type of Mountain Dew there. And so, like, back when I was in middle school, you had your basic flavor Mountain Dew. You know, your Mountain Dew, your Code Red. But then also, if you guys are familiar with it, we had Mountain Dew Orange, which I know what you guys think. You mean Livewire? No, actually, when it came out, it was not called Livewire. So, Mountain Dew Orange, whatever that was, we had that particular flavor. I also cannot run and jump and tell a story at the same time. This is what I'm learning. Mostly because I'm running against the screen. This is not Crash Bandicoot, children. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not controlling my speed. This is an auto runner. This is like Temple Run reverse, and I don't like it. Either way, though, we had Classic Mountain Dew, Code Red, the orange flavor, whatever it was originally called. We had one called Blackout, which was grape, which was disgusting. That one kind of tasted like cough syrup. At least to me, it tastes like cough syrup. Most grape does taste like cough syrup to me, though. I just don't like artificial grape. I also don't like artificial banana, but not the point. Not a Mountain Dew flavor. Either way, though, so we had Blackout, and then finally we had the opposite of Blackout, which they released at the same time, like versus each other. It's called Whiteout. Whiteout was just like a straight white one, and it's kind of like the red, white, and blue one they used to have for 4th of July before they changed it to just blue, and like the shark bite flavor. But I remember that like we mixed all those together, and when I say this flavor was sweet, this flavor was sweet. I've also made it farther than I have, so I don't know what's coming now. Probably going to die here. Yep, there I die. Yep, I thought so. I almost made it 4 quarters. That would have been all the way. No, 3/4 of the way. I was just a little off. It's almost there. If I actually learn enough, I could probably actually do this. I just have to learn what's what, because I actually don't know what is what at this point. Nope, there I go. I'm dead again. Doesn't help, but I've never actually played this game until today, but it's fine. I'm actually very excited. Either way, though, so we mixed all those together, and when I say, because I remember this drink very well, the flavor was shockingly not bad, and it might just be because I'm a Mountain Dew simp, and I love Mountain Dew, and I admit to that. But with that being said, the flavor actually wasn't that bad. However, the sugar content, it was like drinking 5 Monster Energies at once. Your heart, like you could see your heartbeat. You could taste color. You could see sound. Yes, it was one of those. The world stopped around. Have you guys ever seen the movie Over the Hedge? And you guys, I think his name's Remy. Isn't that the squirrel that's like constantly obsessed with coffee? And like he drinks the coffee. Spoiler alert, by the way. He drinks the coffee and the whole entire world slows down around him. And he's like, whoa. I think it's Remy. It might be something else. Maybe like Twitchy or something. Regardless, though. The point is, this squirrel, he drinks coffee. The whole world stops around him. That was what happened when I drank this drink. And when I drank this drink, the flavor wasn't bad. that wasn't the weird thing. When I drank it, you instantly felt your teeth rot. It was like so my aunt, she makes baklava, and she makes like authentic baklava that like if you eat it, you can instantly feel your teeth rot on the spot, and it's delicious, but it's horrible for you. Anyway, though, it was like that. You drank this drink, you felt your teeth jump out of your mouth and try and run away. That's how bad this was. It was delicious. Well, I shouldn't say delicious, because it wasn't any. It was weird. It wasn't a bad flavor, but it was just a flavor, for a lack of better words. Either way, though, this flavor was a flavor, and it was something else. But I did that, and it was nuts. It was something that I will never want to experience again because of how sickeningly sweet it was. But at the same time, if I had to drink a whole glass of it, I wouldn't want to kill myself off because it wasn't horrible. So there's that as well. I don't know. Take that as you will. But either way, though, it was something. So I'm actually kind of curious. I don't know if you guys have ever done one of these, pop bombs or swamp waters or unaliving yourself, as I often would call it. But if you guys ever have, what are some of the weird combos that you've done? And more importantly, whose team are you on, Pepsi or Coke? Because if you say Coke, you're wrong. Let me tell you, unless you're my grandfather. My grandfather is a Coke simp. He is a guy who, legit, he will have a Coke with every single meal. It could be breakfast at like 6 a.m., and he'll have himself a Coke. But also at the same time, too, my grandfather was actually saved by Coke, which is actually kind of cool. So this is actually a real fact, in case you guys don't know. Coke syrup, specifically the syrup of Coke, can actually open up your heart valves, just like coffee. So if you're ever having a heart attack, Coke syrup or coffee can actually get more blood flow into your body. He was actually having a heart attack out on the road one time because he's a long-distance truck driver. And he was like, man, I'm feeling really tired and my chest is really hurting. I'm going to go to McDonald's and get myself a Coke. Literally got himself a Coke. He went to the hospital like 3 months later for something. I don't remember what it was. And I remember his doctor, because his doctor actually went to school with him and my grandmother, which is kind of cool. That's a whole other story, though. But anyway, his doctor, he's like, Barry, you know that you had a heart attack? And my grandfather's like, no, I've not. I was out on the road there for a while. I just got back from a trip. What are you talking about? I had a heart attack. He's like, no, you had a heart attack. Come to find out, again, that heart palpitation he had was because he had a heart attack. And he opened up his valves because he's a constant coffee drinker. He drinks nothing but coffee and Coke. I swear, it's insane. Anyway, though, because of that Coke that he drank, he opened up his heart valves enough with the coffee that he had in his system, and nothing happened. He didn't pass out or anything. Just like, man, my chest hurts. No, I'm gonna go have a Coke, whatever. Yeah, it is insane. My grandfather is on a whole nother level. But regardless, it is a thing that happened. He is a man, a legend, a myth, even, whatever. But that is my grandfather. But yeah, unless you're my grandfather and you drink Coke like that, I don't want to hear any other team besides Pepsi. Because if you say any other team than Pepsi, guess what? You're wrong. Mountain Dew all the way. I may not be endorsed by Mountain Dew, and I will never be endorsed by Mountain Dew because I don't have that type of pull in the world. But cars are death. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Cars are death. No, I don't ever have that. Okay, really? How did I dodge it the first time and not this time? I don't have that type of pull in the world, though, is what I'm trying to say. However, if I did, Mountain Dew, all day, every day, I would have to do another. Why does it curve me off to the right? Why are you doing this to me, game? Why? Why are you doing these very sad and annoying things to me? I don't know, but it makes me very upset. But anyway, if I was ever endorsed by Mountain Dew, legit, I would take every Mountain Dew flavor, no matter how bad it would do, and I would make another hurricane. I would do it. I would have the King's Cup. I'd hate my life, and I'd feel my teeth run out of my mouth again, and the whole world would slow down, and I'd be, like, on a whole nother level. I'd be in another dimension. Yeah, you guys think that it's all three. No, I'd be seeing 40. I'd see cubes in cubes at that rate. But I'd do it. If I ever got, like, a type of sponsorship like that, man, that'd be insane. But I'd love it. Mostly just because I get free drinks all day. But either way, there we go. We've made it past level 2 again. We saved the riot. Here you go, everyone. Drink your Pepsi. Delicious. I also only have 1 life left. 2 lives, 3 lives. Great. We're going into the bouncing pop with 3 lives. What could possibly go wrong? I'll tell you what could go wrong. Death could go wrong because I still don't know what's happening here, but it's fine. Everything's fine. We'll do it together, and I'll die with you in tow watching me fail? Question mark? Hopefully not. Well, guys, I get hit one more time and I'm gone. There it is. Goodbye me. I was actually doing pretty good there for a second, and then guess what? I wasn't. I was doing good until I wasn't. I also don't know why. Maybe it's just me. Even though I'm running toward the screen, I keep wanting to push right to go left. It just makes sense to me that, you know, you're running toward the screen, your control should be reversed. But they're not. Right is right and left is left. But in my brain, something's not clicking. It feels like, you know, you're running against the screen, you're doing it wrong, everything should be reversed. Maybe that's just me, and maybe I'm wrong, but in my head, everything should be backward. Meanwhile, everyone else who doesn't play inverted, just like, oh my gosh, you're a moron, why would you do that? And it's, again, I don't play horizontal inverted, I play vertical inverted, okay? Calm down. But my brain tells me that everything should be backward right now, even though it's not. And I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry to the little kids I've just destroyed your bikes for the 100th times. And I'm sorry to everyone that wanted Pepsi Man to save you from a riot, because I am a failure, and Pepsi Man could not save you. But everyone, maybe Pepsi Man can save you if you drink yourself a swamp water, hurricane, unaliving yourself, or whatever else massive combo, Coke, 100, if you're into that kind of thing because you're disgusting and you are a lower life form. Pepsi's the way to go. Mountain Dew, everyone. This is my campaign, and I will stand on this hill and die here. Mountain Dew is the best, and if you don't think so, you're wrong. Let that sink in. I'm OGM, and I approve this message. Everyone, if you like this, then please like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, OGM signing out.